Hi, everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 303. We're back down in the basement to talk about another week of professional wrestling. We'll talk NXT. We'll talk AEW Dynamite. We'll talk a little bit of Collision that followed Dynamite. Not much.
Yeah, I guess not really.
We made the choice to not finish it. Some main roster stuff might come up. Who knows? Other wrestling things. Timestamps to whatever you want to listen to at whatever time. We usually start it with bantering right here, which I was going to be like, I got nothing. But then everything I went to do for this podcast was basically not cooperating. All of my systems were failing. So it's quite frustrating. I don't know why it does that, man. I have these templates saved so that every week I can just make minimal changes and be done. Templates gone. So
I don't understand how that happened either.
I don't either. And I know it's coming because when I use GarageBand to record, it acts like it's the first time I'm going into GarageBand. It's when the little helpful stuff, and I'm like, oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
So I pretty much know at that point that my template is gone. So It's just more work on the back end. But we're recording this on Friday night. I got a bit of time.
I got time this time, yeah.
Anything exciting for you? It's been a pretty, very, very typical boring week for me. Nothing super.
The mall show's done, so now I have nothing to look forward to.
Oh yeah, and I heard it wasn't at midnight.
It was not. I was lied to.
So what time did you end up watching it?
I usually watch it right at 3 when it came out, but I got distracted, so I ended up watching it at 4. I probably went to bed at 5:30.
That's crazy. So spoiler free because I haven't watched it yet. Was the finale good?
Yeah, it was great.
So
it was the final 2 episodes because it was 2 per week.
Right.
A lot of unexpected stuff.
Did you get cliffhangers? Are you getting another season?
Yeah, the second season was confirmed before the first season started.
Yeah.
So I know there's a second season, especially because the girl Maul's trying to get as his apprentice is not fully turned yet. So we still need to work on that. And then there's big cameo in the final 2 episodes. A lot of people I didn't expect to die died.
Yeah.
People I did expect to die died.
Yeah.
So
death.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
But it was great. It's probably my favorite show.
I missed out on May the 4th. It just skipped me.
Yeah.
So today I'm wearing under this hoodie, I'm wearing what is it, Tatooine?
It came out on May the 4th was the final 2 episodes. Yeah. Yeah.
Tatooine National Park. That's what it is.
I watched the final 2 episodes of whenever they were out, obviously. And then once I got back here, because I was in Peterborough when I was watching it initially, I watched the entire mall season in basically one run. I took a break to go to Wendy's.
That's crazy.
And then while I was watching it, I was also playing Jedi Fallen Order, the one Star Wars game. And then because I just like to go to Walmart randomly, pays off because I found the figure I've been looking for months now. I've been going to GameStop extensively whenever I can.
Yeah.
To try to find it, because usually the Star Wars figures pop out there. Our Walmart, especially Walmart in general lately, I feel but never has the Black Series of Star Wars figures. But they had a whole shipper for the Mando movie. So I was like, oh, new wave. And there's Obi-Wan, Anakin from Revenge of the Sith. I was like, okay, cool. There's some figures from the Mando movie. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I saw this one in the back. I was like, thank God, there's only one. And I was like, that
one.
That's the thing.
Immediately bought it.
Yeah. And then I got Wendy's.
Nice. So I don't know, your brother's AAU season starts tomorrow and Sunday. So we got 2 games about almost an hour and a half away.
I'm going to watch the second Mortal Kombat.
So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. But I don't know.
Because I also watched the first one this week, which is solid.
Yeah,
I didn't really
you only had to work one day
on.
this week. That's lame.
Yeah. I didn't know what was going on when I watched Mortal Kombat, but it was all right.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing the second one tomorrow.
That's right. You watched the first, the original one?
No.
Oh. That's what you should
2021 one.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're doing that tomorrow while I'm basketballing. Cool. All right, I say we talk wrestling. I want to get started. Let's do it. First segment, it's news and rumors. So I guess the really big story, because it came out after we recorded.
It was sometime on the weekend. I remember thinking I'm gonna have to remember to talk about this.
Yeah,
because it was so far early in the week. It was inconvenient.
And I think it'll springboard into other topics too related to it, and that is New Day.
Yeah,
gone from WWE. So the circumstances are, and I saw an update on it today. Somebody saying about half a dozen. I think it was Meltzer, so who knows, right? But he's saying it was only like half a dozen people,
right?
Who
and there was reports like wasn't some big star took one?
Took
a
one,
pay
yes.
cut? Yeah.
Basically, half a dozen people that they feel the money they make isn't representative of how much they're going to be used going forward. So they were basically said, take a 50% pay cut or be released. And New Day opted to be released.
Yeah.
And apparently one major star agreed to take the pay cut.
Also gone is Jeff Cobb and Camacho.
Right.
The Botch King I don't get to see anymore. Honestly, I will kind of miss him.
He is a lot of entertainment for like the amount he does because he screws up everything. Almost like you start wondering, is it like a gimmick?
It's almost it
is
would
it a bit?
Kind of be a good gimmick.
Yeah.
And apparently, even though it's not a release, it's a departure.
Yeah.
They still have a no compete.
So one of the areas I thought we'd head into off of that is talk about the salaries of the top people in TKO that we saw that.
Yes, and I will say for the theories on as to who took the pay cut, I saw WrestleJuice showed him he theorized that it could be McIntyre because like he made I think his deal they signed in 2024 is like $8 million.
Yeah,
he takes half of that and he likes the lifestyle. You think he's going to film a movie? Like he's still making $4 million a year then.
Yeah,
if he takes a half.
I heard someone say right? Miz,
and I also saw someone say Balor. I think McIntyre makes a lot of sense.
One thing I read said that it was people that took the deal were people who didn't necessarily have a chance with AEW, that didn't fit their
Miz.
Right.
So McIntyre, I think would have a chance.
Who knows if any of this is actually accurate information, but
also that the logic tracks because if like you're like, no, I could go over there, then you're obviously not going to take the cut, right?
So then the information came out on the percent raises of the top, whatever they are, COOs and CEOs and all that, right? Like 300% up, 200% up, basically now making. Are you looking it up specifically? Oh, I thought that's what you were doing.
I remember Nick Khan's at least.
His was the smallest by far.
His was the biggest.
Oh, his was the big. Who was the small one?
It was Shapiro, I think.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that's right. But so they are, and also like wrestlers are in this situation where they're independent contractors, technically,
but they're not.
But they can't go work anywhere else or do anything else that WWE doesn't approve. You can't just break your contract when you're unhappy with them.
But
they can come to you and say renegotiate or you're gone, right? So that's where we're at. It's another reason to dislike this company on a giant pile of reasons.
Yeah, and then the execs are pocketing.
Yes, they're making
gobs of money,
unbelievable hundreds of millions of dollars and hundreds of percent increase in their own salary since what was it, 2024 or something,
right? Something like that.
Yeah, so it's that's what we're dealing with.
I think it's crazy that the New Day are gone. They've been there, like Kofi's been there since I think 2008, which is insane.
Yes.
And then they've both been there a while. I think that's probably the most surprising departure for me since like when they released Ziggler a couple years ago. That really shocked me.
Yes.
Just because like you really think they were going to be lifers, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they're all useful. And especially with what Woods does for them outside of like wrestling, right? Which apparently they tried to keep him down under that, which doesn't seem like it's happening. Apparently people in AEW are already pushing for them to be signed. And I mean, they can go. So I was saying to you, like, I'm not against it. Not necessarily like clamoring for it. But, like, you add them and Machine Guns, the tag division could be insane. Again, I don't want to bloat it or anything.
Yeah.
But, like, you look at the top of the tag scene being, like, FTR, Cage and Cope for the time being, Bucks, Machine Guns, New Day, I don't know, who else was... Jet Speed, I guess, if you want to have them. If we brought back Rodito, that'd be great. Yeah, the Dogs are doing that right now. Any combination of the Rascals are also there. I mean, you look at, like, I'll kind of bring it up again during the Cassidy FTR match, but you have out there, you had FTR, Dogs, RPG Vice, Bucks, Cage, and Copeland, and then guys from the conglomeration could be a tag team. They're the trios champions right now. And like Excalibur mentioned that it mentions like the depth of the tag division, right? Because like the guys that aren't even there's Jet Speed, Hurt Syndicate, Private Party, Guns, Death Riders, Rascals, Top Flight, and then if you throw in Machine Guns and New Day if they come up, like that's a pretty crazy tag division if that's what you want to do, right? And I mean, Tag division was on fire last year. Oh, and Jurassic Express is another one
Yep.
I forgot to mention, right? Even though Luchasaurus is injured, but like obviously in due time, we'll say. And like if you want to jobber teams, you have RPG Vice and you have Brian Keith and Big Bill or Top Flight, right? Like, but like you have tiers there, right? And so I don't know. I'd be open to seeing New Day there because they've had some really good matches that I really enjoyed.
Yep.
The Usos Hell in a Cell match is probably always gonna be my favorite match of theirs.
Yes.
Because that's a classic. But I'd be interested to see what they would be like without doing the New Day shtick and like
Me too.
you know just
If
in
they
a wrestling
had-
company.
If they had some freedom over their characters, which maybe they did in WWE, but hopefully they would do something different, right?
I would like to see that.
Because they seem to have good creative minds. And so, again, some of the chatter I was seeing, and it's fun to think about. I don't know if it really makes a difference, is someone was suggesting, and I think I ran it by you, that there are people who are such diehard New Day fans, but are probably only exclusively WWE people, that AEW might get some new eyes because they're going to go check out they would normally, like, the person that would never watch AEW.
Yeah.
They now
could
like,
be a
man,
draw
I've loved
enough,
these guys for 10 years.
Yeah.
I want to see what
I
they're
could
doing.
see that happening. And for me, I feel like then it's a win-win because either that doesn't happen and you're still getting a good tag team that, like, I'm sure the AEW fans who do like the New Day, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you're still getting a good tag team to your roster. You're still getting some great talent, right?
Yep.
Or you still get that, and like you're saying, you get additional people watching,
Mhm.
even if it's for like only that. It's like still, it's not. There's no more downside than there would be like bringing in another. Like there's potentially more upside than other signings. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like, I mean, you could make somewhat of an argument for Machine Guns fans. Like maybe there's people in TNA like that followed them to WWE and then they would follow them to AEW a bit, but
Probably
like,
not.
Probably
not
not
enough to register.
No, but like speaking of TNA and AEW, TNA has moved Slammiversary to a 3 p.m. start time to avoid going head-to-head with Forbidden Door on June 28th. How's that for a transition? I nailed it.
Yeah, look at them move, eh? They're doing what Dynamite did, or AEW did
when we went,
which was awesome.
It was great, but I do
like
that.
Was
like
when we went.
I do like this. I will say this, that there was all that chatter about TNA is the number 2. TNA is the number 2. Why are they the ones moving then?
To springboard off that, wait for this.
Okay.
NBA Power.
NWA.
NWA.
NBA. Ooh.
NWA Power beats TNA Impact in the ratings this week. So their May 2nd episode, they're debuted on Comet TV, their first broadcast TV thing in 30 years. They drew, according to Nielsen, 275,000 viewers.
Oh, that's
so there's the number 2.
Bad for TNA.
NWA is the number 2, okay? It bumps everyone down. TNA 3, AEW 4.
NWA.
We got a new contender.
Imagine doing your, like, you consider yourself, and I mean, TNA are a major wrestling company in 2026, and you're doing worse than NWA.
Just for a week, maybe, but
I don't care.
Yeah.
I do worse than NWA at all. I might just pack it up at that point.
Not only was
Especially because TNA was NWA back in the day.
Right.
So that's the funny part.
Yeah.
Like, what?
The first half that broke, the NWA part broke off and got big. Huge.
Right. It only took them like however long.
30 years.
But like, I do think it's funny because like AEW moved to avoid being the same time as WWE. That makes sense because AEW is number 2 to WWE.
Of course.
That's fair. But then TNA moving, it's like, don't tell me they're the number, they're like AEW's the small, don't tell me that.
Yes.
And on a bad week.
They specifically moved to your day and you back. They walked right up to your face and you walked back.
And
you
like,
retreated.
What's his name? Carlos Silva's getting butthurt because Collision would get preempted and moved to their night. And it's like, didn't Collision do better than TNA too? And Collision's not even like the real powerhouse.
It's
like
not.
Dynamite on a bad week does better than TNA. So I don't want to hear nothing about like, and then people we're crapping on AEW for moving to smaller venues. Yo, they're still bigger than TNA's venue. I don't care, dude. Like,
and it looks good. I don't mind.
And
I don't care about
like
the
AEW
venue.
looks fine. I don't care. I liked when they did the 2300 last summer,
Mhm.
and it was like really small, but like the crowd was there.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, not as small, but the crowd was also good. The first time they went to Hammerstein for the C2, I think it was in 2024, that was really good.
I thought the crowd was rough on Dynamite this week.
That's fair. But yeah, like TNA's not.
No, not it. Actually, those were my first 2 stories in order. I didn't even have to jump down to Subway.
I also did too. So I guess I'll do my third. Is Nick Khan resigns? Unfortunately, does not resign. I did put hyphen so I remember. He resigns to WWE. I just wrote goody. So he'll get another fat ass raise.
So I did look it up.
I don't like Nick Khan.
So we got like Ari Emanuel went from 18.1 million to 67.4 million, a 272% increase since 2024. Shapiro up 33% to $42.6 million. So lots of money to be made, but can't pay the New Day.
Yeah. It's
their full salary. Anyways.
Like, especially because it's the New Day. Like, it's just, of all the, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Your turn.
Lei Ying Lee won the TNA Knockouts. She's 2-time champion now. She beat Ariana Grace. And they're going off that segment we watched. Guess who her next contender is?
It's, oh my God.
That was like an Emmy-worthy performance.
What week was that? Was that
a few weeks ago? Zaya Brookside?
Because like
when they had that crying, like it was.
Because wait, we need to look up what day that specifically was, and I'm gonna put it.
That was tough to watch.
Oh my God. We haven't done the worst stuff.
You're right, we haven't.
Okay, wait. No, we need to do that at some point.
We do.
In the next, I'm going to say it, so we hopefully do it in the next week.
Make it happen.
Because it's May.
It's a nice mid-year thing, halfway through the year to look back on the year before.
That would only make sense.
Makes sense.
If we did like the Slammies, where we're also covering like the first part of this year, but we're not. It's like,
okay, we add a segment where we're like the front runners for this year.
Actually, that'd be kind of interesting.
Except you'll go crazy and you'll have like 19 contenders for every title, every reward.
I mean, pretty much. It's difficult. The worst stuff's gonna be really difficult because it's just gonna be like things in AEW I didn't really like that much.
Yeah,
because I don't watch WWE.
I'm all over the place.
Well, you don't watch them either. You just watch NXT.
NXT,
so
and
NXT, yeah.
And
then like because the TNA. Hold on. What would like Zaya or not Zaya Lee? Lei Ying Lee.
In-ring segment was Zaya Brookside.
I spelled her. Lei Ying.
And the only other thing I had is, and I don't know if I believe this, that the original plans for JC Mateo.
I saw this. I don't believe it either.
Was a quote significant singles push.
I don't believe
that at all.
I love Jeff.
I think
Cobb.
That's nonsense. Me too.
Jepu Kabu is awesome.
He's excellent.
He's no promo dude. At least like not like exceptionally. And then it's like, I don't see them doing that.
Me either at all. I agree.
2 weeks ago. That
is the end of my news.
This is April 23rd, it says. So I'm going to write that down in between segments. My last one was the supposed reasons for the large number of releases. One, which I think is the worst one. They didn't release as many talents last year and we're playing catch up.
Oh, so
I don't like that. Making room
we didn't
for the
fire enough people last year.
Right. Okay. Making room for the call-ups. Sure.
Okay.
And then SmackDown, I think at the end of this month, it's going back to 2 hours.
Sorry, they released like 25 people. Did they call up 25 people too?
No.
Oh, weird.
And then
it's almost like that's
going
not
back
right.
to 2 hours. So I guess it's like a combination of the reasons, but like the real reason is like they need to pocket more money.
100%.
Why not?
Yeah, it bottom line makes them more money.
And conveniently, they also don't care about wrestling.
They don't. It's not a wrestling company.
I think I saw the SmackDown
it's an entertainment company.
Has like 4 tag teams right now, maybe.
Oh, I thought that sounds generous to me, to be honest.
I think it's Truth and Priest,
which is
who are the champions.
Amazing. Oh my God. Of course, 2 singles guys.
Right. It's also one of the comedy guys. Sorry, Truth.
I like that you had to clarify that Priest isn't the comedy guy of that duo. Oh, okay, good.
Kit Wilson and The Miz.
Oh.
Singles guys,
stars.
Both doing comedy stuff, who are feuding with Danhausen. So I wouldn't even really consider them in the mix.
Amazing.
Los Garza, who I like them. They're just not like.
Do they still have the claws on their chest?
I think Berto might.
Sick. Remember that was a interesting.
Such a whole thing in NXT.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
were
then
they dreaming about their uncle or something?
Yeah, something
and they
like
ended
that.
up with actual.
The 4th team.
It's like Freddy Krueger stuff.
Is
you attack them in their dreams.
Fraxium.
Right.
There we go.
And please, then free Fraxium. Can we start on that train?
You want to hear something good?
Free Fraxium.
I saw like a pre-SmackDown segment tonight.
Release them.
Fraxium, we're getting a title match tonight.
And I only say that because I know they'll get picked up and their life will be better.
Oh my god, if Fraxi went to AEW, I would like crap myself.
So good.
Fraxi might have a title match tonight. Doesn't that make you excited?
Oh, they're going to win for sure. Yeah, long title run.
That's why I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
They're going to just do the NXT thing, right?
And I assume they earned this title shot.
Yeah, no, they didn't just
long months of winning.
Beating the other two teams who aren't. Actually, that's not true because they only got released like a week or two ago. But still, it's like, I don't know. Because they cut the Wyatt 6 and then I guess I guess I would say you still have the MFTs, but they're like, the MFTs, okay. Here's why I don't believe that they would ever push Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
They kept Hikuleo.
Well,
they kept Hikuleo.
He's amazing. I forgot about Hikuleo.
They kept Tala Tonga.
How is he doing? How is Tala Tonga?
I don't know.
What are the reports?
He was the runner-up in the Andre Battle Royal.
Oh, obviously.
To Royce
He's really big,
who's also doing great. I think.
Soon he just took a pay cut.
Also,
took a 50% pay cut. Hobbs already.
If they did offer it to him, I would think that's
you've been here a month. We're not loving it.
We're paying you too much.
Yeah.
We know we kept you off TV for like a month, like the 2 months you've
been
here.
After debuting you, we thought that was put him on Rumble and then never see him again.
We paid you too much for doing nothing, bud. You should have done more.
Or you really didn't do anything, so we're gonna adjust. As it turns out,
I feel like
didn't do anything.
Here's a good candidate for a pay cut: Phoenix, because I saw he hasn't won a singles match on SmackDown in over a year. And here's the thing with him: he was one of those guys who because Andrade, smart on him, he did not burn. He spoke well of Tony Khan when he left.
Yeah,
he didn't burn bridges.
Yeah,
look at him now; he's doing great.
Yeah,
Phoenix did not do that. Him and Penta
don't burn those bridges.
From what I could tell, they were contract tampering or whatever. Remember, it was that whole business where they were clearly talking to WWE way before they were done. And then Phoenix was also saying you got inhumane treatment or whatever. Well, there's nothing ever specified. And now look at you now. This are you doing better? Again, wins on main event. I think he wrestled Berto.
It's exactly what we predicted for him, right?
Yeah,
we knew it.
Yeah,
Penta's the marketable one, and Phoenix, everything is his unbelievable in-ring stuff that they're not going to really care about.
He gets shunted on main event in AAA, and then when he's on SmackDown, he's jobbing to Trick Williams or I don't know who he even wrestles.
Aren't many people more spectacular than that guy.
Yeah, it was Phoenix, Ospreay, Pac, and guys like that.
Toiling.
Speedball.
Yeah, I love Speedball.
I don't know, but yeah, he's just I don't know, man. I would love to know what happened to him in AEW that made him think this is a good idea.
I know,
because I don't know, dude. I could have told you, we were saying.
We literally did say it.
Could have told you way ahead of time. They're not gonna give you the treatment that you're looking for. They gave him a cool debut. I think he beat Fraser, and that sounds like a cool match.
And Penta's gonna be a upper mid carder who
even
sells
Penta,
a lot of
though,
merch.
they took a while to really do well with him.
Yeah,
they're doing well with him for a bit, but their definition of doing well with him was having him just beat mid cards all week. He was beating
selling
Gable,
merch, brother.
Pete Dunne. Kaiser hasn't. Why don't they get him to take a pay cut? Kaiser hasn't wrestled a match in forever.
Right? Where's he been?
He talk about Jay White being gone for a while.
Ric Flair just criticized them for what's he been doing.
How can you criticize him when he hasn't been on TV?
Exactly.
That doesn't even and also or Chad Gable. I just mentioned Gable. Where has he been? He got injured, and there was rumors he was coming back at the Rumble, and then he didn't come back at the Rumble. I mean, I'm glad his friend came back, the dude with the mask.
Yes.
But I don't know. As far as I know, Gable's not that jacked and he doesn't have a beard. So now we can at least put the rumors to bed that it's that. Although on a serious note, I saw whatever the next AAA major show is, they're doing mask versus mask with the Americanos. And if you had told me what it would play out at the beginning of the Gable stuff, I'd be yeah, he should keep the mask.
Yeah.
But now it's the current Americana, who I don't know who it is.
I have no idea. I haven't even seen anything. No, I haven't heard speculation.
You wouldn't know. I would say he's so it's from what I've heard. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I did see a clip of him literally kissing babies in the front row.
He's beloved.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It's a German dude playing an American luchador.
What?
Right?
What do you mean?
That's what I've heard, at least. But it's
dirt
such
sheet.
a weird.
That's dirt sheet stuff.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing that's happening. I mean, good for him, but I mean, whoever it is. I do think, I guess, that means original Americano gets a mask. I mean, and then we can at least prove it's not Gable.
Right. Exactly.
Because honestly, I don't know.
Gable will probably run in, actually.
I think, Gable would help him. And maybe like, because didn't you remember you were speculating that Kaiser was going to take over the gimmick, and then that just never happened
because this started working.
Well, this started working, and we also thought it was the same guy for a while. I honestly didn't know it was a different guy until the original one came back, and I was like, wait, what?
He's a foot taller
and like lankier,
leaner.
And he like walks like Ludwig Kaiser.
A little, yeah.
Kinda.
A little bit.
Anyways, that got off topic.
News is over. News is done.
Yeah, right. I think news was done like 2 minutes ago.
Let's get into talking about what we do every week after the news.
It's called like Dynalision or something. It's best for the.
It is actually Dynalision, so it's AEW Dynalision.
But it's we did Dynamite, so it's just Dynamite.
Very light on the
Lision. It's Dynamite.
Heavy on the Dyna, light on the Lision. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. We nailed it.
Here it comes. I feel like we are not going to agree about everything on this Dynamite. I will say that.
I will say this. It felt like a step down.
I did not have a great time with this episode, yeah?
I don't think I was like down on it. It's just like, it felt off to me. I'll say that.
Agree.
It like, I don't know.
It felt weird.
Main event. Great, we'll get to that.
Crowd did not help, but it's also like chicken and the egg. Were they not hot because it was weird, or was it weird because they weren't participating? I don't know.
There were like a couple match choices where I was like, at least one. Okada and Brian Keith, where I was like, why is this on Dynamite? Like where
that happened to me
Like I'll say, okay, while I remember to say it, I'll say it now. With the Okada Brian Keith match. No offense to Brian Keith. This made me question if they were interspersing collision matches on Dynamite, if it was going to be more balanced.
Yeah, I agree.
That made me question that.
But then you said no.
I was like, no, the collision stuff looked normal. So then I was like, why was this here? And again, I'll see that it was to get Okada out there. Great. Could we not pick someone like Ace Austin though? Because we had Okada Ace Austin in the week, and I had no problem with that because that was entertaining.
Exactly what it was. It felt collision-y.
That match did for sure. That match did for sure. And I'll even say the women's tag did too.
And even the very first thing to start, like they obviously had to do that. The Ted Turner stuff.
It was a weird start.
So yeah, that's a non-traditional.
Yeah, we had a in memory of Ted Turner thing. Sting came out to say things. It was fine. And
then the ring bell salute. Yeah.
And then we got an actual like Dynamite, like the intro theme song and everything, which I feel like we haven't had in forever.
I don't know. I trust
like
your
this. I don't know. It just felt new. It was at least the new video because Darby's champion in there. Like usually we're just like,
that's true.
Hey, we're here. Here's the thing.
You know what that means?
Yeah. Right. Like
that.
But I liked that. Like it was cool to see the actual show intro because I feel like we just never get that anymore.
I feel like maybe that was like we just did a pretty somber deal. We need to like.
I do think
go with the full speed.
That was a great choice to have it be like, okay, now we're kicking the show. We had to do this thing, which was like I felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, they have to.
They have. But like, I did like that just to like clearly break it and be like, okay, here's real show.
That's done. Show starts.
I like that, right? Yeah. Like it would have been weird just to be like, all right, here's Jon Moxley and Juice Robinson, which is our opener. It's an eliminator, the Connell stuff thing. It was on Collision. The Bang Bang Gang beat Yuta and Garcia. I think it was Ace Austin and Juice, and then Juice wanted to fight Moxley because he's beaten Moxley in New Japan. So he was doing this crazy thing, and he was doing during his entrance tour. He's like, I beat Jon Moxley before I can beat Jon Moxley again, that kind of thing. Like how Juice gets. I like that. That was amusing.
Yeah, he pulls that off really well.
And Colton Gunn's back, which is great. And then there was one.
Yeah,
honestly, he could have come back on the show and I would have no complaints.
Half the reason you like watching live, which by the way we did again this week, second week in a row, live Dynamite, is that you're just hopeful that Jay White is coming and you don't have to like.
Well, I was like
live in the anticipation of him coming instead of knowing he doesn't come this week.
This almost made too much sense too because it was like, remember in kayfabe the Death Riders took him out. Remember he was aligned with Copeland.
Yes.
In that feud, which I didn't like.
Yeah, me either.
But then it makes sense for him to come out after this match. I'm like, okay, we could do that. And then it's like, no, okay.
Nope.
Never mind. Juice is back to using his New Japan thing, which I like. Chosen One's a banger. I like it better than his
if you say so.
AEW ROH theme.
I believe you.
It's good. It's just funny because with this theme, it keeps Bullet Club in the intro, which like I feel like they made a conceded effort to get away from.
Mm.
But hey, it's the only living thing from Bullet Club going, I guess.
Yes.
Because Bullet Club's dead. It's Suji and the War Dogs. It's like Unbound Company or something stupid like that.
Oh,
Anyways,
is it?
yeah, like that's what it was. It was Suji and maybe Takagi and then like the War Dog guys, which the War Dogs aren't even there. The only War Dog there is Drilla. Like Connors is in AEW, Finley's in AEW, Kid's in AEW, Coughlin's retired. I guess the Knockout Brothers count. Never mind. So it's Drilla, Knockout Brothers, who I've actually never watched.
I don't think I have either.
And then like I don't know. I know Sonata was in War Dogs for a bit, but he's not. He just returned actually. I think he's feuding Takeshita for that ugly belt.
So he's not coming to NXT?
Yeah.
The rumors were wrong. The internet lied to me.
He's not joining Naraku or whatever his name is.
Pause. Internet wrestling news.
Internet lied?
The wrestling news, too, specifically lied. That's crazy.
I mean, I guess Bullet Club, House of Torture was also Bullet Club, but even in my mind, I never considered House of Torture Bullet Club.
No, I don't really pay much attention.
I don't either, but in my mind, I was like, because I remember doing the one quiz where it was like, name every Bullet Club member. I'm like, okay. And then once it was over, I was like, oh, House of Torture counts? Weird. Especially because, like, I think when he was doing the Scapegoat stuff before he came back to EW, technically Perry was in House of Torture, so technically Perry was in Bullet Club, which is weird.
It is weird.
Anyways, on to the match. Juice catapults Mox out of the ring and falls up the cannonball from the apron. I like that Juice has, like, the decaled pants again. I like when he wears those. Those are coolest ones. I think it said Stray Bullet down the...
I think you're right.
Which I do like that nickname. I like his nickname.
It fits him.
He has good nicknames. It's either Stray Bullet or Rock Hard, which I like that those are the two options that we have here. Mox blocks a lariat from Juice, hits a cutter. We get crowd count punches from Mox, and Juice grabs and hits a falling powerbomb and a cannonball in the corner. We get a strike exchange. Juice goes for the Juice is Loose, which is that falling DDT. But Mox counters, goes for sleeper, then he connects with Power Dart for 2, and Juice passes out in the Bulldog choke for the win. I thought it was solid, but you kind of made the comment in the moment. I kind of agreed that, like, it felt a little slow.
It was plodding in the first half.
It got there in the end. I thought it was better, but, like, still just like a solid match at best, I think.
And the amount they reminded us and talked about Juice being left-handed started to grate on me a little bit.
Yeah, like, I know, because he does the left hand from God.
I thought, like, fine to good, but not great. And it kind of felt like it was so didn't stand out-ish that I was expecting something to happen after the match, and then nothing happened. Like, you're like, okay, they just put together a little match to get to X afterward. Nope. Mm-hmm. And so then it made it feel even weirder.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Switchblade came out here, would that not, at least that would have been something.
Because that's what's part of, it was just like, that was kind of a nothing match and nothing angle or anything after. So
yeah, that's what bothered me. It was like
weird right off the bat, I thought.
No, not even Switchblade. It's like,
nothing.
I like Juice. I'm not saying he's like, it's at least it's not Brian Keith.
Yeah.
But it just felt like there should have been something. Yeah. Then we get Ospreay training with the Death Riders. Garcia's yapping about whatever. So Ospreay's like, he's on his hands and knees, and Yuta's on his back doing sit-ups as he's raising his neck. So it's like, I guess, strength conditioning his neck, which is interesting.
I guess.
I will say I saw in Collision the one bit where Doc Simpson said Ospreay's neck is actually getting better. So whatever he's doing, keep doing it.
Yeah, so I saw that too, actually.
So I guess we will begin more of this. Ospreay eventually gives out. Mox asks if Ospreay's heard of Death Ground, which is standing on ground from which you cannot leave, and it's do or die. That's where Ospreay is right now. If they don't get his neck right, he's done. He can still hang around and get paid like the posers, but Ospreay isn't like that. He's different. It's their privilege to be where Ospreay is. He's come all the way up, and there's only like 1% above him. There's a bit more than that. I didn't get everything Mox has said written down. Like, there was more I was like kind of struggling to keep up because he was saying a lot. I liked everything he has to say, and Mox has such a good delivery with this kind of stuff, right? Like, he gets me to buy into it. Which I think was like basically what Ospreay's been being down so much, and his neck is in such terrible shape. He's got like nowhere to go. You either gotta like become better with us, or you're gonna be a loser. So I like that. Not much else to say here. I thought it was a solid start to the angle. There wasn't a ton here than like I'm more interested to see like once maybe if he does like some grapple training or whatever, like how they're actually gonna train his in-ring style. But I guess they gotta start by like conditioning the neck. So I like this. It was solid.
This is the second time that I'm kind of slipping on Death Riders again. Like, I just First of all, Daniel Garcia again telling Ospreay what to do is crazy.
I don't like that Ospreay.
Pack.
Garcia's. Yeah,
make that literally any
Claudio.
of them. Not Yuta, not Marina.
Literally Claudio or Pack.
Yeah.
Or
so
Mox.
first, right
I don't
away,
know
like,
why. That's what
dumb choice.
I thought was weird. Is like this week and last week we both start with Garcia. Why is Garcia talking to me? I don't really care to see Garcia talk.
And then
I forgot to mention that.
Even the location and stuff and like the workouts they're doing I'm finding it kind of cheesy. I don't know. There's even the talking about, what was it, the death ground? I was like, oh my,
I like that.
I don't know. It's too. I'd rather like this than not, since I like a lot of the people involved here. But there's something missing for me.
A ring.
I don't know. I don't see Ospreay's motivation clearly to join this. Like, I get what you're saying, and I want to get there, but with the way Ospreay's been presented to me over his lifetime, this feels like a illogical leap to just join the Death Riders to me.
Well, he's not joining them.
Well, whatever he's doing, training with them. And I also watched this show called Hardy Bucks, which is an amazing Irish show, and they're they're kind of like unemployed 20-something guys that are kind of lazy and live together, and that's how they work out because they can't afford stuff. So they're like curling kegs and like lifting heavy. So I don't know. It felt kind of cheesy to me. I'm not connected to this story, and it's too bad because I like most of the people in it. I thought that's one thing we would disagree on for sure.
That's fair.
So think about how you thought of this show, and then imagine you didn't like this segment either. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Then we get Cassie and Dax Harwood in a double Jeopardy match. So basically, it's like an eliminator, but that goes both ways because they both have belts.
So I liked this. To be positive, I like the stakes on this because I wasn't sure who was going to win.
Yeah.
So that helped me.
Me too. I agree. I do think this one could have gone either way. I feel like we went with the more likely outcome.
Yes, and I didn't want to think too much about it because I was like, oh, off the top of my head, I don't.
Yeah, no, I like that too.
Yeah.
And realistically, it could have been feasible. Like Dax gets maybe a cheap win, and then him and Ciampa and FTR and Ciampa lose the trios titles match. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it was conceivable one either way. The weird thing is like FTR bring out other heel teams, so it's RPG Vice, who suck, but they have been affiliated with. So that one sure makes sense, even though I don't like.
I'm not going to rant about them this week. It's fine.
It makes sense.
It basically looked like a lumberjack match,
which they kind of
commentary set. I think someone on commentary said it when they were all coming out.
So yeah, FTR coming with Ciampa, which makes sense. The Dogs was a weird choice, and then the RPG Vice makes sense. The Conglomeration then bring out the Bucks and then Copeland and Christian. So like, it was just weird.
Yes. I guess it's flexing they have a division.
That's the one thing I thought was cool because, like I said, there's so many teams that aren't here.
50% more teams there than on SmackDown.
Well, because like, not including, we'll say, FTR and Conglomeration, there's the same amount of teams. As SmackDown because it's Bucks, CNC, Dogs, Vice.
But I'm saying if you do include the other ones,
then it's
50% more. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. Anyways, Stokely has like a denim jacket with FTR's logo on. I thought it was funny because it was like, is he going for an Orange Cassidy thing?
Maybe.
Like that's why I was like, that's kind of funny if he's doing that. Cassidy blocks Dax's chops and does his lazy tongue before knocking Dax out of the ring with an orange punch, which was kind of early on. Diving DDT from Cassidy for 2. Cassidy rolls up Dax for 2. Then Finley lands a cheap shot on Cassidy and Dax rolls him up for 2. I was wondering like what's Connor's and Finley's motivation for being here?
I agree. They just Connor's just stood there really.
Yeah, other than like the only logic I can think of is like, okay, let's help the champions win this match, get another belt, and it's like, okay, well, you can get a title shot.
Heel bros.
So like, that's fine, but it was just weird.
It was.
We get a commotion between all the guys at ringside. I wrote all the guys, so that just makes sense. Dax grabs the ring bell, but ref is able to catch him. PK from Cassie. Dax blocks the orange punch, lands the slingshot powerbomb for a near fall. Sundog Millionaire, orange punch from Cassie for a near fall. Eventually, he gets a roll up on Dax for the win. Big brawl breaks out. Everyone's stepping up.
Heck yeah.
Dogs and FTR escape as RPG Vice is surrounded by the baby faces. Strike combo from the Undisputed Era guys to Romero, then a double super kick to Trent, spear to Trent, Christian with a low blow to Rocky.
What are your thoughts? You go ahead.
I thought it was a pretty good match. Like, it's the Cassidy formula.
Getting there.
It was, yeah. Like, it could have been better, but I thought generally it was a solid match. Because like Cassidy is great.
Yep.
Obviously, I think like the people who don't get him are stupid.
And I love Dax
and then
as a
Dax
singles
is
guy.
incredibly underrated as a singles wrestler. Yeah,
Agree.
I think it was 2022. He was like having a really good stretch. Of
Remember, I
matches.
just kept like around this time of the year. I was like, if he were to keep this pace, I'd talk about him.
I think that year we picked Moxley because that was the year Moxley kept picking up the slack when Punk dropped the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and Cassidy set the win by skin. His team was solid, and I'm excited to see whoever of the conglomeration challenge for the tag titles, because either way, like O'Reilly Strong is cool, Cassidy's cool, Cassidy O'Reilly's cool. As long as it's those three elements, we're like, don't bring in like Ishii or something like
Willow. I thought like I liked this. It was just, to me, it was just getting going. Like I wanted more of it, like another third. It just kind of the finish was abrupt, right? Which I think was the point. It just wasn't. I didn't find it super entertaining. And the issues between these groups isn't something I care about a ton at this point either.
Other than the CNC and FTR, obviously that one's clear.
Right, that one's fine. Everything else
and like
is
conglomeration FTR, I'm also that's fine. But yeah, it's like in Bucks FTR, and if anyone's feuding with FTR, it seems to make sense to me.
But everything else, is
why the dogs are here, I'll never know.
It did feel another thing that was just kind of strange on this show.
Yes, doing a Roosh type package, that was cool. Then hopefully we agree on this. It's Jericho. Yay!
Yeah, I will say that like the 60-second Roosh vignette was one of my favorite things on the show, because A, I thought it was slick and cool.
It's also surprising that they did that.
And B, I'm like, yes, let's push Roosh. I love Roosh, so if they want to start pushing him, I'm for it.
I don't like. At one point, Jericho's like, He said something like, "I'm Jericho." I'm like, why are you insisting on pretending you don't have a first name?
He's reinvented.
Mononym.
Invented.
Anyways. You can tell how much I care based on my notes. Furious is more than pissed off. Time for words is over, but he continues with more words. He wants fight in ring. He goes out in ring. Crowd pander. He's done with attacks. Demands Ricochet comes out. Ricochet comes out. He says the thing Jericho trademarked, and Jericho comments on the loud boos. Ricochet bags on crowd. They're in North Carolina. Ricochet wants something out of another singles match. He wants Jericho in his own match. Stadium Stampede. Yay. He says Jericho had to pay people to team with him last time they lost. He can't find four burners because nobody likes him. It's actually South Carolina, says Jericho. Hypes up crowd. He repeatedly says Stadium Stampede. He says he'll find partners. He'll fight them solo if he has no partners. Dex Ricochet gets beat up. Hurt Syndicate come out. I didn't like it.
I don't care about this.
I don't.
And it's setting up a
not
really
only do I not
random
care,
match.
I actively don't want it. And Jericho's doing the same shit with these, like, he's doing the drawn out faction feud again. He's not reinventing himself. He's doing the same thing.
And then they're going to be like drawing the short straw to be like in the backstage to be like, somebody's got to work with Jericho.
I actively groaned when the Stadium Stampede idea came out because I knew exactly, it's the Jericho routine. I know how this goes. Yeah. I don't want to do this again. And I'm also disappointed that Hurt Syndicate get caught up in this. Like,
I know.
They're coming back after like a bit of a layoff, which is fine. This is what you have for them?
And so how many other people too, probably?
Hopefully, if it's Hurt Syndicate, well, you could just do the trios. But if it's Stadium Stampede, I'd wager at least one person on either side. So I'd say another heel to team with the Demand, and then a babyface to team with Syndicate and Jericho, unless MVP wrestles. Then you don't have to worry about it. If you do 5-on-5, then at max, we're worrying about 2 non-Syndicate people.
Yeah.
And 2 indescript heels.
It's not interesting to me.
Okay.
Maybe the match will be fun. I can hope, I guess. But
I hope this doesn't happen. But my worst case scenario bet, since it's a Jericho thing, is that I don't really know who else he'll team with. I don't care. I don't want to wish that on anyone.
Jack Perry, it feels like.
Oh no, that'd be terrible. If it's Jurassic Express, I would actually be mad.
It feels
that's
like
such a waste of time for them.
Feels right.
But then the other 2 heels, I thought it would be funny if it's Big Bill and Brian Keith, because they were teaming with Jericho last time, and it would be incredibly underwhelming and boring.
Yes. But
so it would just double terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, again, maybe the match will be fun. Stadium Stampede, they'll get creative. I don't know. But I don't really care.
But like,
they're not earning any points for like
Anarchy
build.
In the Arena or Stadium Stampede is only fun when I like the people in it. So, like the one last year was really fun.
What are you going to do?
Like the Bucks had like the Founding Fathers thing, and Swerve did like the Predator entrance. And,
right.
And they played the music, and they played Let the Bias to the floor, and people were all up in arms because it was the Owen Hart thing, even though it was like years later and didn't matter.
Yeah.
My favorite, I like when they played that, or like, was it Mile High Madness when they were playing Tarzan Boy? I love that. That was a lot of fun.
So are the people who complained about that the same that I hope would complain when WWE just did Joe Hendry singing a song about, hey, TKO, you should fire Logan Paul on the heels of WWE firing 25 people.
That's a crazy time.
Was that insensitive too?
Yeah, right. Oh my, I just realized too, is if, I mean, okay, it's the Anarchy in the Arena thing to play the music, right? But if it seems like it'll probably be the same thing. If we have to like watch a match where they play Judas for half of it,
I'm out.
I might just
I'll start
walk
making
away.
food.
I think I'll just turn around and walk away till the match is over at that point. Like, I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to. They'll force my hand if they do that.
We were so happy when we heard Jericho was like, it was always with WWE, like awesome. That is a perfect fit.
I was happily pulling for him to be in the Rumble. I was like, thank you. And not like these people were like, oh, we want him in WWE, or like, we're happy to see him there because we want him in WWE. We're the people who don't want him in AEW. And then we're also not the people who are like, we're not shitting on Jericho because he's leaving AEW. It's because I don't want him here. Like, I'm still going to shit on him. I still am. Then we get a Mina Harley Kim interview. So weird.
Another weird one.
This wasn't weird in that, like, it was weird from the norm. It's just, like, weird because they're weird.
Yeah.
Like, this felt normal, but weird.
Well, Mina ripping her shirt off was weird.
But also feels like something that they would do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it didn't feel weird out of the normal.
Yeah.
It just felt weird because, like, why? Like,
why?
What?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah. Like, Mina says they have a match winning against Stan Shida, regardless of how they feel they have to win. She rips Harley's shirt and hypes her. I'm sure, like, there's people, like, either loving that they ripped her shirt off or criticizing because it's like,
it's the Attitude Era.
But, like, I don't know.
The Divas, they're bringing back the Diva era with her.
Harley says the wrath is back and they will feel it. I just wrote interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It happened. I said, Harley came and rips her shirt while talking to Renee. Mina was there too. Things were said.
So now, on a show where we already watched an Eliminator match.
I'm like, was I in a bad mood for this? I don't think. I'm glad to hear you were a little down too.
No, it just felt off.
Why am I?
I'm not saying everything was terrible.
No.
Or that I hate everything. It's just it felt off of the show.
No, the Rouge vignette was really good.
And there's an Andrade one. That one was
I
cool
like that too.
But then, okay, so I want you to keep this in mind. Was the opener a title match?
No.
Why is this one a title match?
Right. How dare you, sir? Brian Keith. How dare you? Brian Keith is top notch. Top guy.
On a show where, like, okay, at least you can say, like, I know we said Juice beat Mox in Japan. At least Juice beaten Mox before. So if you want to make that title match,
there's a universe where that exists.
There's a universe where it makes sense.
Yes, there is no universe here
where Brian Keith ever beat Okada.
Yeah.
Or did something to earn a title shot. And then I know you'll actually remember. Talk about Brian Keith's hair.
Or like he has just has a small little tag of it on the back of his otherwise bald back of his head. But the most interesting, and it like a piece dangles down. But the most interesting choice to me that I couldn't stop looking at was that it is off center. It's like off to the right. It's not even symmetrical.
Like he went from having the dreads or whatever,
bending my mind into a pretzel.
He went from having like the dreads or whatever,
to
having one on like the lower right back of his head and having a fade. Like the fade looks fine, and if it was just buzzed, I'd be like, okay.
It's at like 5 o'clock if you're looking at it.
Yeah,
it's a choice, man. It's a choice.
It's so funny.
It must have some sort of meaning.
It's so funny.
Can you leave one tiny patch off center to the right?
It's like, I was saying to you, you're saying like that should be your next haircut. I'm like, it's either that or the Tyson Kid, like the little, just like.
It's the reverse of that.
Equally stupid, I think. Yeah. It's so, honestly, that equally made me mad that he had a title shot. Like the fact that he had a title shot at all, but he had a title shot with that hair.
Yeah.
Or not hair. I don't know. Anyways, DT on the floor from Okada, Air crash neckbreaker. He hits the elbow drop, goes for a Rainmaker. Keith blocks the Okada, nails a dropkick. Tiger arm from Keith for 2. He goes for Diamond Dust. Okada turns in power slam, Rainmaker for the win. He wants the world title.
Yeah,
like it was fine. Keith is kind of cool.
He is.
It's just like
as much
I'm
as
gonna be honest. I just don't care about Keith anymore. It's the Jericho. I don't want to see him anymore. Really, the whole bad apple thing. Really, just I can't. I will say, this is obviously just to get Okada out there to be Darby's next opponent. Again, I think we should pick someone else. Like, I saw we had AR Fox speedball inclusion.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see AR Fox here.
Yeah.
Right? Or, like, someone like that where, like, at least they're cooler. Or, like, someone like Ace Austin where I'm like, at least I know he doesn't... Or at least I don't know he loses all the time and is on always praying. Like, I'm not saying Ace Austin's like main eventer winning all the time, but I know he's not like a complete loser. So pick someone like that. But I will say I'm pretty excited at the prospect of Darby Okada. That sounds
that'll
awesome.
be fun. Yeah, Keith's a talented guy, despite what we're saying here. It's not like we don't like his work.
I just don't really care to see him anymore.
He's been sort of he got that Jericho, whatever the opposite of the rub is.
Stink.
So anyways.
What's the opposite? Wait, no, I need like a negative.
I didn't really care for this segment.
That means
the
same.
The choice of match, not the segment.
Rub.
Another thing that was just kind of weird. Like, why is this happening? What's it saying?
I think we should call it the Jericho chafe.
The chafe. The chafe. The rub that became...
Obviously, they're taking like the literal version of rub, but like... I mean, it does work.
Jericho the chafe.
Jericho chafe is awesome.
That's good.
I don't need any other...
Jericho chafe. When it catches on in wrestling circles, you're going to know it was here first. We're documenting it on... May 8th, 2026.
2026.
Jericho chafe.
The Jericho chafe.
The Jericho chafe. Because that's what Keith has.
I'd say Keith, and to a slightly lesser extent, because I've always liked him, Big Bill.
His contact with Jericho has hurt his career, like chafing.
I'd say also Garcia. It's part of the reason why we never cared about Garcia.
But hey, he's an advisor to Ospreay now, dude. Okay? Like, he is telling Ospreay how to train. The guy that has never won anything ever.
Hey, he won the TNT title for a while.
Is the low man in the... Anyways, we've already...
Would you say he's the... I don't like to say this, but would you say he's the JD McDonough of the group?
Yes. I thought you were going to say X-Pac, and I was going to be like, X-Pac is way better than Daniel Garcia.
I'd also say JD McDonough's way better than Daniel Garcia.
Wrestling-wise, yes.
I love JD McDonough.
Me too.
But anyways, or like, because I feel like you'd have to put Garcia under Yuta.
Yeah, because Yuta's had some matches I really, really liked.
Name one other than the Moxley. One. Don't say
That's all I got.
Literally,
but I know there's been other ones.
Match.
I know there's been other ones because remember he was
try your hardest.
But I don't know. He was main eventing a few.
Yeah,
and one of them was good. Other than Moxley, he had at least two. Garcia, I can't tell you one. Like off the top of my head, I can tell you
MJF,
one Yuta match.
All Out 2024. That was a good match.
Garcia.
He lost. Remember, we were like, he should win that, and then he lost.
Oh yeah,
but he got his heat back after.
He is the victim of stops and starts.
Yes,
and Jericho.
I will say another good Garcia match, but it's also another good Yuta match because they had good matches against each other. So it's like that's like, and remember Yuta had like pure matches against Shibata, which I'm sure were good. I just don't remember watching it because I don't. Who cares about ROH?
Fair.
But like Garcia, like the match where he lost the TNT title, like Adam Cole was. I remember being good. It was just like. It was last year, so you suck.
No chance I remember that.
And it was just like, I don't know. I didn't care that much for an Adam Cole match.
I have the opposite brain of you. Yours latches on to everything wrestling, and mine just like watches it, holds it, releases
Which
it.
Which is weird because you love wrestling too, so it's like you should really do better.
No, I'm old.
Well, it's like, speaking.
I don't have the proper CPU or storage for this stuff.
I'm really sad that Adam
can't overwrite any files.
Adam Cole's stuff has gone whatever the way it has.
The way
like,
it's gone.
Yeah, well, I'd say like, okay, wait, where did you slot in Shafir? Above or under Yuta?
Under.
Really?
Yeah. What's she done?
That's true.
Point to the Shafir match that I'm like, that was awesome.
I'm not even saying just based on matches, but like in terms of like just overall standing.
Remember that?
Which the one where she gets dropped her feet on glass or whatever? Is that am I thinking the right match?
I don't think so. I think it was just a singles match.
I swear they had like an Olds Bar match. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyways, no, but I'm saying like overall standing. Because like if I'm saying overall standing, I'm putting her above Yuta. Oh, remember when she was like doing the bodyguards with Moxley? Like, that was awesome.
She's like Moxley's consigliere.
Right? So like I'm saying like you go Moxley, Claudio, Pac, but then Pac's there. I think Pac's Shafir.
How dare you? Yeah.
And then Yuta Garcia.
Yuta Garcia.
Sorry, do you want to go like... Sorry, I'm like Moxley, then it's like decent setup. It's like Claudio, Pac, Shafir.
Down to the floor,
a little bit, and then Garcia's like on the table.
Underground.
Like, I think Garcia is an interesting case because he's the only one that really joined the Death Riders like way later from the inception. Because Yuta was like, okay, they took some time to convince him, right? Remember? Because he turned on Danielson. But it was like, I would still consider him like kind of founding Death Rider-ish.
He was in on the ground floor.
Pretty much, right? Garcia's the only one that like wasn't. I don't know, like, I feel like we could pick someone else cooler.
Yep.
I really would have liked, because so I do like it being Garcia from the point of being like, because remember he's like one of the young guys like that Mox want to stand up, so it's like okay, they corrupted one of the young guys. I just wish they picked someone cooler. Let me just say, not Hook. I don't mean Hook. I did not want Hook there. Either. I would argue, okay, the ultimate battle of who gives a crap is Hook versus Daniel Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who I care about less.
I care about Garcia less.
I lean towards Garcia more because I care about the Death Riders more than I care about the Ops.
But
I already don't care about Hook. And I'm going to say, I'm not saying he's an amazing promo. I like Garcia's promos more. Like, as much as I gave him crap for talking earlier, I like that more than I like Hook's promo. Because Hook is bad. I don't like Hook promos. I hate Hook promos.
I don't really care for either one. I don't know.
Me neither, but it's like...
I guess it's just because Garcia's more, overexposed at this point.
That's fair, because Hook, it's like...
I don't really see him.
But then what if I throw in Rocky Romero? Then you're really...
For sure him.
He's the one who cares about
the least. Obviously.
I like that. You had to think about it for a second. You're like, Garcia, and then
no,
Rocky Romero's in there. It's just
way more annoying.
Who do you think you could possibly care about less than Rocky Romero
in AEW?
Yeah, if you had hold on, I want to. This is a detour, but I'm gonna look. I want to look at the roster and see if I can think of Action Andretti. But you don't actually. The difference with Rocky Romero is
you have, dislike him.
You I'm trying to think of who you could dislike more or not care about than Rocky Romero. Do you dislike Anthony Ogogo?
Whatever. I don't feel strongly. I'm looking now too.
Just because I feel like this is a fun game to play now.
I don't enjoy.
Who could you possibly like less than Rocky?
I don't enjoy Cope particularly,
other than Jericho.
But not at that level.
But I do like some of the stuff he's done. He's done some good stuff. You know what I mean? Dustin Rhodes, Jarrett,
Rocky for
I feel
sure.
like Jarrett's a good pick.
Jarrett's close. For
Jarrett
sure.
is a good pick. What about John Morris? I mean, he doesn't really do anything.
And Jericho, I guess.
Jericho for sure, but that's not even fair because
that's probably it.
It would pretty much always be Jericho.
I'm
trying to think I was thinking the low card people that we don't care about. I forgot Josh Alexander's injured. I'm not gonna lie.
James Drake.
Lance Archer. You don't really dislike him though. We just don't really care.
He's
about
just
him.
whatever. Yeah.
What else do we have? Lee Johnson is
Kip
terrible.
Sabian.
Kip Sabian's great. What about Daddy Magic? Actually, I don't think.
I don't love him, but he doesn't make me angry. No, it's definitely
Rocky Romero.
Definitely
makes you strangely angry.
He does.
I don't really understand.
They should offer him a 50% paid deduction or outright release.
I do get why you hate him, but I also don't get why that makes you hate him that much.
I don't have any interest in seeing him, and
he's not even on the roster page.
And I love AEW, so when he takes up my time and it's not anybody else, I get irritated.
But it's I like that it's also just him. It's not Trent. I'm not saying you love Trent, but it's Trent. I
don't actively dislike Trent. He's
right?
Fine.
Because I do think it's funny that Trent's on the roster page and Rocky Romero's not.
Exactly. I have pull with AEW. Me and TK are close.
Is that you?
Yep. That's me.
Really?
Yep.
How'd you swing that?
Don't worry about it. He'll be off the roster soon enough.
So are you gonna
TK listens to this podcast and goes, that guy doesn't like him. He's out.
Hey, TK, where's Switchblade?
There you go.
I want him. He's still on the roster page. I like the obviously not Jay White's not fired or anything, but he hasn't been here in over a year and he's still on the roster page and Rocky Romero's been here the entire time.
That's right. Rocky Romero's a star.
I forgot Jake Doyle was injured too. I forgot he was in here. He was there for 2 weeks, and then he got injured.
He's the Davis to Davis.
He's the Davis.
He allowed Davis to Fletcher a little bit, 2/3 Fletcher.
I like saying it like that.
He's Davis's Davis.
He's letting Davis Fletcher a bit.
Yeah,
I like it. It's it would be if, because you remember so obviously you have the Rockers and there's Michaels and Jannetty. Michaels, it's not that Jannetty got hurt. But we'll say Michaels, it'd be if Jannetty got hurt and then that's what set off Michael's singles run. And then Jannetty, when he was teaming with Leaf Cassier got injured and Martin Jannetty went on to be a big singles guy or something.
And didn't try and kill people or whatever he claims he did.
Did he claim to kill people or did he claim they didn't? I
think he claimed he did kill somebody.
And then
in a story.
Didn't Snuka kill someone?
Yeah, I think so.
And he killed his girlfriend and then Vince
covered it up.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Andrade package, that was cool. Jet Speed promo. Speedball's hyping up Kevin Knight. And Knight says he's gonna win.
Yep, that is what happened.
I had more written down. I was just nah, this is solid though.
It's fine. Neither the strength of these guys is not their talking, but it was fine.
Then Joe He's got Bowens with him. He says he's worried that his offer from last week is not being heard. He asks Ospreay to hear him, and he wants to explain himself. Men like Mox are telling Ospreay how to think, or like Garcia.
Why does Joe care about all this?
I don't know.
Okay, good. I thought you were gonna connect it for me because I'm like, why does he care?
Okay, so he mentioned the first week
happening?
Where, like he was helping out Ospreay or whatever, like they were working together or whatever. I'm assuming that refers to him fighting the Death Riders, helping Hangman. I assume. But like that doesn't answer my question as to why he cares still. You know what I mean?
It feels weird to me.
He says he sees Will is destined for greatness. Some say Ospreay will be the next world champion, but how much of him will be left by then? He wants to put Ospreay in a better position to succeed as he did for Hook, and now he'll do the same for Bowens, which is that's just a funny thing to say.
He hasn't done that.
He put not true. He put Hook in a position for success because he had a TNT title match last week. He just didn't succeed because he sucks.
And I did enjoy them the first time they were together, pre-ops.
Yes.
They were fun.
Like, he's technically right. He did put Hook in a position to succeed. It's just Hook sucks, so he didn't succeed.
Fair.
Joe's not lying. Okay. Hook just sucks.
Okay. Maybe.
So, like, he tell me when he's telling lies, but he did tell the truth there. He just Hook sucks.
Maybe. I haven't seen Hook do anything in a long time.
Hook has been here since... I need to look at it.
But he did it on his own. Okay? He's not a Nepo baby. He did it all on his own.
He debuted in, I knew I was right, 2021.
Did it on his own.
And remember, you liked him.
He's fine. Yeah, back then.
You did like him.
He hasn't progressed, really. He's still the same.
Like, it was
Which
cool
was
when they were
fine
doing
when
the
you're brand new.
Stuff, but, like, that's what it's been, like... So it says he debuted, I think, around December 2021. I think
so. 5 years almost.
It's been almost
4.5. That's
4.5
crazy.
years. I'm sorry. Like, I know Taz is there, so he's probably not gonna leave anytime. He doesn't need to be here.
No, he doesn't really offer much.
Like, if we're doing releases, get rid of Hook, and WWE can try their turn with him. I don't know. Like, I liked when he didn't wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyways, yeah. Like, I like this because I love Joe. It
Always.
Just like
Joe
feels
smashes
weird.
everything, but
if it leads to an Ospreay Joe feud, yes, please take my money. But
I'm just like, I need better explanation of a lot of things happening right now.
Okay, I can understand one thing being like, you want Ospreay in your group. Sure.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know why he cares about like the Death Rider stuff though.
I don't either.
Unless it's just like, hey, Ospreay, you're back. I'm back. You want better help? I'm better than Moxley.
They're bad guys. I'm a good guy.
But they're not. They're also heels. I'm pretty sure.
I thought so too. So I don't.
They were.
I know.
I don't know. Anyways, weird. Then it's Harley Cameron and Mina Shirakawa. They're not the Babes of Wrath or the Timeless Love Bombs. They're just the fragments of that team. Those teams.
That's right.
And then it's Statlander and Cheetah again.
At some point, my first note, Jack says that some of these matches feel like collision matches, and he's right.
This one and the Okada one, I think, at least. Cause like the Moxley Juice one, I'll concede that's like he's been doing things like that one. That's fair game.
That could have been a collision main event, though.
Could have been, but if also like he has been doing those Dynamite openers. That makes sense. Cassidy Harwood, I think, is completely fair game in the main event. I thought it was great, so like that's yes. But it's these two matches. I'm just like, eh. It's not even like because like we had the other week where we had 2 squash matches. Like I'm fine with that. But it's like there's something about them inherently feels collision. Or like back in the day we would have called it Rampage too.
Yes. I forgot about Rampage.
Yeah. Anyways, I remember like because my first note is Harley making hot tag, so I was like I didn't care about this match, I'm not even gonna lie. I was like checked out for the first decent chunk of it, I think.
It was fine.
Harley hot tag, Tilt-a-Whirl DDT on Statlander, Fisherman Buster from Statlander for 2. Harley and Cheetah go back and forth. Then Harley hits a backstabber, goes to a roll of dice, but Statlander boots her off. Cheetah Falcon Arrow to Harley for the win. It was fine. I just didn't care. And like they're trying to tell a story with Statlander and Cheetah. It's just like not fully there for me.
It feels like a WWE story. When we get the beginning, they're there together. We get the end, there's tension, and we got no middle.
Yeah.
Like you can already see it's okay. So Cheetah is the super bossy mean one, and Stat is taking it for now, but she's getting fed up with it. And I'm like, what? Fed up with it? She just was like, they've been a tag team for like a day. Like, what's happening?
I mean, they've been teaming, I feel like, for a few weeks now. It's just like a lot of it's been on Collision. So it's like, I don't know.
This match got a fair bit of time, and I thought it was fine, but there's not enough heat behind it for me.
Yeah, I struggled to pay attention to it, I'm not going to lie.
And it just feels like the Shida storyline with Stat. It's like they're treating it like it's been 3 months. It's like it's Zarya and Sol Ruka in 2 weeks. Yeah. Basically. It's weird.
Let me guess, Swerve Strickland promo. He says 2 months ago he was after power, and few understand what that truly means, and it's deciding who eats and who starves, and being a man nobody will stop. He says it's from being the most dangerous to being the most violent to being the most wanted. He says there's nothing more dangerous than a man who wants power, and he wants it all. I thought this was solid, picking up where he left off, and I like that it kind of connects the thread to Bandito. I'm still a little lost on it.
Yes. So I thought he sounded great, but I would have liked a little more specific rationale as to why he's targeting Bandito. But we got the general power and control message, which is fine.
My theory is it's Brody King was said to be most violent. He's most violent.
He's
most
wanted.
Wants to be most wanted, I guess.
That's I'm hoping that's the connection.
I feel like that's the only reason he was mentioning that. Otherwise, it doesn't make a ton of sense to me either.
And if that is, and that's kind of a funny thing, so anybody that says and if Punk were there saying he's best in the world, he would have a problem with him.
Yeah, or if Jericho, that used to be Jericho's thing, so watch out.
Right.
Oh my God, imagine Swerve Strickland against the Jericho Chafe.
No, thank you.
I guess,
but he sounded awesome.
I guess they're making that my regular lingo. Just they're getting the.
It'll be on the bingo card soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a bingo card thing. Just be you get whoever teams me. He's they're getting the chafe. You're getting a chafe there, bud. Then we go right to a Bandito interview too with Brody King there. He says Swerve is right that he's the most wanted and he'll be easy to find. Brody King says one thing to mess with him, but Swerve messes with his friends, they'll be held to pay. So maybe that feud's not done. I don't know.
It sounds like maybe not.
Yeah. Then it's main event time. It's Darby Allin and Kevin Knight for the AEW World Championship. Kevin Knight's belt not on the line. There were a lot of holds and counters early on. Crazy looking double clothesline spot leaves them both down. Allin turned around from Knight, then he knocks Darby out of the ring with a dropkick, and Darby takes just an unnecessarily hard fall through the ropes. I'm why do you do that? Knight seats Darby, Knight with an avalanche hurricanrana to the floor. That looked awesome. Then he seats Darby on the announce table, go back in the ring, springboard clothesline from the ring to the table. Looked epic. I saw someone point out because it was the Airy crash from Ciampa, then Brody King was doing some insane stuff, and then this from Knight. It's the people are realizing they have to do crazy stuff to try to kill Darby.
Yes.
And I guess obviously it doesn't ever
And the damage is going to pile up.
Yep. Then Knight goes for a diving dropkick. Darby catches him, gets him in the Scorpion Deathlock, but Knight eventually gets the ropes. Darby goes up for a coffin drop. Knight knocks out his legs, dropping the Tree of Woe. Coast to coast connects perfectly. UFO splash also connects, but he's too slow to the cover because he had a bad leg, and he only gets a near fall. I thought it was a good sequence because that's a nod to the finish from their CG match, right, which Knight won. Darby kicks out Knight's damaged leg, locks in a guillotine choke. That was a surprise. Knight eventually fights out. Darby throws him to the apron and yanks his head against the top rope. Then he drapes Knight over the top rope, coffin drop to his back to knock him back into the ring. A regular coffin drop, and Darby retains. Then after the match, MJF comes out demanding a rematch again. Nobody wants to see Darby with the title anymore. Enough is enough. He wants a rematch. Darby says no, and MJF has to put something on the line. MJF says he'll put his scarf on the line. Darby says no. He'll put his ring on the line. Darby says no again, which I like. So I was that shouldn't be the payoff.
I think you specifically said that last week.
Yeah, I said it last week for sure. I feel like I said it before too. MJF says Darby's starting to piss him off. He says he'll give Darby $1 million. Darby says he used to be homeless, so the money's no good. He asks Darby what Darby wants because everyone has a price. Darby says he wants to go after something MJF holds dear because he traveled across the world to get it
made me laugh,
plugged or whatever, and so he wants MJF's hair. I thought, that was a great dig.
He went to Turkey.
I like it because I'm sure we'll mention it again, but it's not because Darby wants to see MJF ball. It's because he just knows MJF cares about
and that'll get to him. Yeah.
Right. And already MJF, I've seen him freaking out on social media, which I really like.
Which he will play into very well.
Darby says they'll have a contract signing next week, and MJF doesn't show up. He's never getting a rematch. MJF drops the mic and leaves. Then we get Okada coming out. He says he wants the world title next week. Darby says it's on, bitch.
Easily the best match of the show, obviously. Really fun main event.
Yeah, another banger from Darby. He's just churning out some kick-ass matches lately. I think his title run's going to go down as looked upon really fondly just because it's just been so many great matches. Right?
It's the main title version of Cassidy's run, basically.
It is. And that's why I said...
and I'm not doing that to complain. That's awesome.
No, that's one of my... I've said it before. I'll say it again. That's probably my favorite title run I've ever seen. And Yeah, like with this, it's like the main television. That people were saying, so I've seen someone say like, "Oh, you want to like copy the same thing." I'm like, it's a great formula and it works. And that was that was almost 3 years ago that Cassie's run ended.
And
so
what's
I'm like,
new anymore?
Do it again, yeah. And it's like open challenges. It's not
everything's a
like.
copy
Can I
of something.
say that Zayn, Dragunov, and Mello doing open challenges derivative of Cena?
Right.
Yeah, but
which was derivative of somebody else and somebody else.
Right, and even if it's not, it's like I don't know. But I love what he's been doing lately.
This was great. Commentary even pointed out that this was Knight's third match of the week, so it's kind of like he might not have been. He still had a great showing, and he probably wasn't the freshest, right?
Yeah. So, and I'm not sure which I prefer between this and their first match. I don't remember the one.
I don't remember
strong enough
details.
Other than Knight winning.
Yeah,
But the announce table spot here is particularly crazy. Like the Darby formula continues to work out that Knight. He's super fun to watch in general, but he looked great here.
Yes, he was awesome. Not enough to save this show for me, but very good main event at least.
And I like the Darby went for someone as vain as MJF would care about with
the
hair.
All the aftermath makes a lot of sense, and like you said, MJF's gonna have a field day with it on socials and whatnot.
Yeah,
right? So
he already has.
Yeah, like Angle was so good when he had it done, and then he wore the
I don't think MJF will go bald, but
he should just run that back, honestly.
Yeah,
and just do the Angle thing with the wig under the wrestling cap.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Overall grade, I have mine written down this week, so I'll see what you say. Might be my lowest ever.
Really?
My time wasn't wasted, but I wasn't really entertained by much either.
See, like, I don't want to go that negative because, like, I liked most of the matches at least.
I liked a lot of the promos. The matches were fine.
Opener was solid. I did enjoy the Cassidy Harwood. It's like, and then Osprey segment was solid. Jericho, no, thank you. Like Joe was fine, but it was weird. Like I don't know.
The stuff I liked was a very small percentage of the show.
The overall vibe is off.
It was. The crowd was off. The vibes were off. It felt like it was a quarter collision.
Like to go B-, but
I did not.
I feel like going a 5. I'm gonna go C+, which I don't usually do.
I went C-.
That's insane.
I know. Not like in D where I'm like you wasted my time, but like I was just I don't know, man. I could not get into this show. I'm glad that you kind of had issues too, because I'm like, is it just me? Am I just negative today? Like I'm not really enjoying this. So it was definitely below average. I think we can all agree.
Yes.
All right. So now we'll take a break from the analysis. A little bit of trivia I've got for you that I'm borrowing from somewhere else this week. So we'll get into that now. It's off the top of his head. All right, so this is put out by SB Nation, I guess. It's on Cage Side Seats. It's called In 5. So I'll read you the instructions, actually. The goal of the game is to guess the correct professional wrestler with the help of up to 5 clues. The game includes both active and retired wrestlers. It won't be easy to figure out in 1 or 2 guesses, but some of you might be able to nail it, okay? Basically, you follow that premise, yes?
Yeah.
All right, so you give me the name. Former Ring of Honor tag champ is clue 1.
Okay.
So just guess somebody.
Adam Cole.
It's crazy their database of like every name is in there. Okay, so then we submit our guess. Oh my God, you got it. Okay, the next clue.
Nailed it.
Former AEW TNT champion.
Yeah.
Winner of both a Dusty Classic and an Owen Hart tournament.
That would narrow it.
Former NXT champion, right? So you see how it's... And then 5. Oh, wait. 5 was Kyle O'Reilly's tag partner and rival in ROH and led a faction that included and feuded with O'Reilly in NXT.
The faction didn't feud with him, but yeah.
And they did a little of everything in their brief time in AEW.
That is why I guessed him, because I was thinking of Future Shock.
Okay, so that one went really quickly, so I'm going to have to do another one. Clue number 1. Trained by Al Snow.
I don't know who's trained by Al Snow.
So you got to pick a name.
Let me Google who's trained.
No, don't cheat.
Well, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Just guess somebody. You'll get another clue. If you don't guess a person, I can't get you another clue. You don't get to research it. Because the next clue will be more helpful. So pick literally any person.
I'm just trying to think of what would even make sense.
Steve, you said you feel like you're on Superstore right now. Anything but any name except Steve.
Al Snow.
You could say Al Snow.
I don't even know how old he is. Orlando Jordan.
Okay, just pick a wrestler. What, Steve? What's wrong with you? Orlando Jordan is not the answer. Next, started their career wrestling as Zebra Kid.
Who would?
I don't know. You're not supposed to know in the first couple clues. They literally told you that. They get more obvious as you go. You just have to guess a person if you don't know. Zebra Kid.
No, because Waltman was Lightning Kid.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
You're thinking way too hard. You're
Styles.
not going to get it off. The AJ Styles is not correct, believe it or not. Was written off television towards the end of his WWF/E career when Big Show beat him up and the rest of the Survivor Series team won on the pay-per-view.
Nathan Jones.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Most famous for his work with Stevie Richards and Nova in ECW.
Blue Meanie.
And during a second WWE reunion started with a pair of infamous in-ring shoot incidents. See, you're supposed to get it by near the end, not at the beginning. Blue Meanie, it is. Very good. Last one, as Blue Dust feuded with and managed Gold Dust. All right, one more. You in?
Yeah.
Don't spend so much time thinking over round 1 and 2. Former CMLL welterweight and light heavyweight champion.
Andrade.
You think? No. Was a member of the defunct faction La Presta Negra, the Black Plague.
Mystico.
I like it.
CMLL.
One of only 4 who's won both CMLL's Leyenda Azul and the Leyenda de Plata tournaments. Has also taken part in Rev Pro's British J Cup and New Japan's Battle of the Super Juniors.
Best of Super Juniors.
Sorry.
Dragon Lee.
They just had BOSJ, so that was up to me. That was tough. Debuted in CMLL under a mask, but lost it shortly after.
Del Rio didn't lose his mask there. Who lost it?
You got one more clue. Nope. Has worked under a few names, but they've always included some combination of caveman and barbarian.
Escobar? No.
I don't know. Is that your guess?
No. I don't know
whose names have always include caveman and barbarian. That's tough. I don't know.
Escobar, I guess.
Okay.
Phantasma? No, because never mind. That doesn't matter.
Sorry. I've never heard of this person. Barbaro Cavanario.
I've vaguely heard that name before. I've never know who that is.
Never. Okay, I think you need one more fast one.
Yeah,
That
was butt.
It's not one to end on. All right. Former WWE Chag champ. There you go.
Billy Kidman.
You got it. I'm just kidding. Imagine it's Billy Kidman. I'd accuse you of cheating. For sure. No. Believe it or not, you're wrong. Son of a wrestling promoter.
Jeff Jarrett.
I know, right?
I don't know any wrestling promoter. Or not many of them.
Won a national championship in bodybuilding.
Rob Conway.
Is he even in the database? He is. I was thinking Lex Luger.
Yes, but I don't think he's a son of a
was
promoter.
The youngest wrestler to win the WWE tag title.
Rene Dupree.
Is it? Oh, I think you're right because I remember him doing bodybuilding stuff. So you were close with Conway then.
Conway is a surprisingly close guess, yeah.
How do I spell? Oh, there he is. Rene Dupree?
I think it's with 2 E's. I think I is like the Maxine
Yeah,
Dupree.
you got it. His SmackDown talk show from which he took the name.
He had a talk show?
Only lasted one night.
Okay.
But did kick off. So yeah. All right. That's good. Those are kind of interesting and they do one every day.
Interesting.
So I can go back to that when I tire of doing other things. All right. I think it'll just be NXT talk. I got nothing from Raw unless you add it in when we get there. It is Highspots and Restholds. NXT this week. You actually saw a little bit in the middle, I think. You were lurking behind me, I feel like, in the kitchen. So last week, to recap, was a frantic episode that I was not a fan of at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't 2.0.
A lot of the senses, though, right?
It was getting closer to that. The matches, I remember 2.0 being the matches were like 2-3 minutes, and that's when you...
And the gimmicks were really stupid, too.
So that's kind of what you were out on, right? Like, not only are the stories and stuff dumb, but it's like 2-minute matches. What are we doing here? Remember, I'd always be like, and guess, and you'd be like, in 4 minutes. Yes. Yeah. In 3 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes, 5, you're lucky.
So we had lots of people introduced, which was cool, but I didn't need 6 in one episode, right? They could have spread that out over a couple months or weeks, would have been nice. So this week's show, not quite the same breakneck pace of that one, but it was still a bit too much chaos for me. There were also audio issues that popped up. I didn't really notice until like they cut to, when they come back from a break or whatever, and they cut to the announce table, they're showing them. There was like a production guy in there who like was racing to get out of the way. And then he's like, hopefully our issues are fixed. So they start out by showing us that Tony D'Angelo is tackling Tavion. I think it was earlier in the backstage area after Tavion attacked him last week on the show. And I just love how wrestlers seem to, isn't it funny how they seem to take like almost exactly 1 week to like exact revenge on people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not Wednesday or
like,
Thursday.
They're waiting around.
They got...
Maybe they just don't know where the people
where to
are
find
be.
them.
They're waiting for the day they know people are there.
Fair. Wait them show up at work. That's fair. So this would set up a match.
Yeah, if I'm going to commit crimes and violence, I'm going to do it at work.
Right. This was going to set up a main event match because Tony D'Angelo demands one, and then later in the show, Cam Hendricks attacked Tony, and so it's like, oh, is he going to have the match? But he eventually is cleared or whatever, and it's confirmed, so we will get the match. And man, Cam Hendricks better be awesome in the ring because I find him so bland and generic.
From what I've seen, he does. Yeah.
And so unless he just is a killer in the ring, I'm going to have problems with him, I think. But anyways, a lot of the recruits seem to bring some personality. We'll talk about one we're both kind of into. And this guy doesn't. So anyways, so Jada Parker, Callie Armstrong had issues last week. They need to settle it in the ring. So they had a pretty physical 10-minute match. Totally fine. We agree Armstrong needs to figure out a new finisher.
Yeah, I told you about this before. You'd watch the match.
It can be a signature, but not her finisher.
It can be a thing she does, yeah, but like...
So she gets running back and forth like a la Braun Breaker, and she is definitely very fast. But then it's just like an average shoulder. It doesn't feel like she gained more momentum.
I've seen Fletcher hit a harder shoulder tackle.
So
at like the beginning of a match.
And she's super impressive looking, and obviously she's still learning. It seems like Jada has plateaued. I wrote that in the moment, right? Seems like she's losing to a newcomer. She doesn't seem to have any major plans for Jada Parker, but remember the major plans that are coming up later for Jada Parker? Do you forget already? I'm pretty sure you were there. My visceral reaction was no as soon as I heard the voice.
Oh, yeah. Because I remember I saw it and I walked away immediately.
I heard the voice and I was like, I know that voice.
And then I remember I saw her and I left.
It's the last thing you saw.
I straight up left.
So they do have plans for her. Are they major? Feels not like it. But anyways, so Callie, it was an eye rake body slam, and then she's calling her finisher the Callie connection. There you go.
No, it's just like completely irredeemable.
So she picks up a big win, and Jada Parker's I would suggest in the segment that follows, she's at rock bottom. Right?
I would say so.
So if I have a problem with Garcia mentoring somebody on how to wrestle and be successful, I probably have a bigger problem with this person doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's honestly fair. I'd rather be Garcia.
It sounds like Charlie...
At least Garcia's under Moxley, who we know is good.
Yes. Sounds like Charlie Dempsey's going to be gone for a bit. We get a birthright segment where they're sort of talking about how all these new arrivals are messing things up for them. Fit Finley shows up. He's got Regal on the phone. The birthright need to focus, basically. They need to get doing something meaningful, right? I'm fine with them being together. They got to get doing something.
Even though Ariana Grace just lost her title.
Yes. Oh.
In TNA.
The prestigious title. And Stax isn't really deserved to be in there, but other than that, like, I'm fine with it, but like, do something.
If Ariana Grace keeps losing, they should just boot them both out, because it's not like her dad's managing them.
No.
It's just Dempsey's dad and Connor's dad.
But it's
and Stack's dad.
They're all second generation, at least.
That's what I'm saying. So you should kick out. If Grace starts to lose, you kick her out, so then Stack's going to get kicked out too, since he doesn't belong there.
Stack should turn on her and attack her. No. Evil is Naraku now. So he got a little vignette and he spoke all Japanese. I thought he sounded pretty awesome, actually. Just different and cool, and they let him speak his native tongue, which we always appreciate, right?
Yeah, that is better, even though I don't care about Evil.
He's coming to after the NXT title held by Tony D'Angelo. One day they'll battle for the title. So it sounds like he was doing a little bit of the culling, like, I want the title, but not right now. Not now. Maybe later.
Right.
It felt like that's what he's doing. So they have to have veteran people on this roster to have decent matches with the recruits. So maybe that's Evil's role here. I thought he sounded good.
Really?
I don't know.
Him?
He's a veteran dude he's not terrible. They got to have somebody.
But like Evil?
What would you rather? I mean, I don't think he's probably ready for main roster. I don't know if they want him to learn English or what they're hoping for, but Vanity Project. They have their China, and you were here for this one, right?
Yeah.
So Drake is taking on Jasper Troy, your other favorite. These are two of your favorites, right?
Oh. Okay.
Micah Lockwood shows up and body slams Jasper Troy on the floor. I thought it was funny because like it looked pretty good, like it's impressive, but he just has to get right up because he has to roll back in the ring.
She didn't even throw him in though.
No,
right?
So he like gets slammed on the floor, gets up, kind of climbs in the ring, right into a 450 basically. So Jackson Drake picks up
Clean
the win,
450, yeah.
which I yeah, it did look nice.
Which is weird that he won with that because his finisher is that running knee, which is not like he can't hit that on Troy.
Not after he's been body slammed on the floor and gets up on his own 2 feet and rolls back in the ring and lies in position for a 450.
I like that in this case the body slam is like so impactful, and usually the body slam doesn't mean anything.
Right. Unless it's Psycho Mike, who I just saw on MLP. I watched a bit of their latest thing in the background of something. He was in there. I thought it was okay, and it's just mostly to show us Lockwood, who is China, right, for them, which I could really work. They're obnoxious, like idiot D-bags, kind of like DX, and now they have the muscle is the woman in the group, and that's kind of cool. So this is the guy we think we like, right? Tristan Angel.
Mr. England, or Mr. Yeah.
Mr. England. He's an English sheep farmer, and he's cocky. He sounds really good, has some charisma. I don't remember a lot of what he said.
He can shear
a
a sheep in under a minute, and he'll beat your favorite's ass in not much longer. Was the one line I remember.
But he seems really.
He just feels like he actually has a
bit of it, yeah.
Which like a lot of these guys, like especially because I kind of keep tabs on what goes on in Evolve. Not much, but like I see it.
Is that where he was?
He's an Evolve guy. Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't there for long, from what I could tell. But like they all come in there and they're just these regular Joes, and it's like this guy feels like he has an actual shtick. Like you said, he's got some charisma. He's got some like flair to him, right? Like he's just got something about him, which a lot of the guys don't. It's kind of like when
the anti-Cam Hendricks. He's actually interesting right away.
And Cam Hendricks is just this dude in like trunks who's just like boring, and like this guy at least like he's got a shtick, and he's like okay, you know, even like Mr. London or Mr. England, whatever it was, kind of made me laugh, right? Like it's like I saw this comparison.
Very pretty
like,
deadly.
It was the early 2010s when they were calling a bunch of people like all the people from the NXT game show. They're like these generic dudes in trunks, and then you had like the Shield come up, and they had a thing, and they were actually different. It's like that's kind of what like the comparison, just because like he actually feels like he has.
I hope he can wrestle,
right? And it's not like Shiloh Hill where his shtick is having any shtick.
All the shticks. He has like, more today actually.
Okay, of course he does.
I should have sent you the clip. It was like
I did like that. I think wasn't Tristan Angels. He like took shots at Shiloh and other people, and like I like that too. He's
because that's where Shiloh is sort of rebutting him later on. So Zarya to the ring now to talk about going after the North American title now that nobody's holding her back, referring to Sol Ruka there. Paxley comes out. She knows that her North American title shattered Zarya and her friendship with Sol, but that had nothing to do with Tatum. She already put someone in a casket for this title, kind of like, so what do you think I'm going to do to you? Lizzie Rain is out next. She's the new blood in the locker room. She wants to bring some heavy metal to the North American title. Then we get Nikita Lyons coming out. She claims that Rain got the Nikita Lyons rub last week.
The chief.
Makes me laugh right away. She's not done with Lizzie. Obviously, things break down. Zarya clears the ring, hits an F5 on Paxley, and puts the title on Paxley to sort of end it. Nobody got to say a lot. It's just showing us, I think, 2 programs there we're getting. So Zarya Paxley for the North American title, which is fine. And then Lyons obviously trying to get her win back from Lizzie Rain. So that's cool. I think Zarya she'd be a really good heel North American champion, I feel like. Especially if
Even though she was right.
They can heat somebody up as a baby face to face her. She could just like blow through people really fast, and then hopefully they can build somebody for her. And then Paxley could move up to the main title as far as I'm concerned. She's There's not much else we need to see out of her. So if you want to give her a title run, do it. Later on in the show, Zarya was informed by Mr. Stone that, surprise, surprise, she'll team up with Nikita Lyons against Paxley and Lizzie Ray next week. So, and then Zarya's like, I'm done with tag team matches. And Stone said to get through this one, and we'll see about that. Highlight of this show for FNS Wrestling, what would that be? Who made his return? Our boy.
Oh, yeah, Noam Dar.
There's not many people who are bigger fans of Noam Dar than us.
Yeah.
He's backstage with...
Who's he? Oh, you're right. I forgot about the match next week.
Romeo Moreno.
He debuted, I believe, around the same time as Mr. England or whatever.
So this is the first time I've seen this guy. They only had one debut this week, I guess.
I think I heard good things about him. He was in a trios match on Evolve.
Oh, yeah? So they interact with the Vanity Project. It leads to a Drake Dar match for next week, and Jack
I told you,
is going to watch.
I might have to watch Drake Dar.
So Dar's the perfect fit for NXT. I'm thrilled he's back. This company right now, and because it's developmental, it's not a criticism, it's just an observation. Full of people learning to cut promos and develop characters. We get a guy who's got that figured out.
Dar, yeah.
He's got that locked down, and he's just going to entertain me whenever he's on the show. He's going to have good matches when they have him wrestle.
And at least he can do his own shtick now, because Metaphor's all gone. Legends on the main roster.
Even though that was fun
in
for
TNA,
me too.
Oro's in ROH.
He's like a Kevin Owens, where he makes whatever you give him better.
He's great, which you run the risk of giving him something stupid, but
yes,
hopefully
but he'll still try his guts out. Like Cameron Grimes, like Kevin Owens. There's a few guys that they're going to get the most out of it. And then they do two of my favorite match combinations. What would that be? What types of matches don't I really enjoy?
Mixed tag.
Mixed tag is the first one. Ding, ding, ding. Combine that with?
Lumberjack?
No.
Strap.
You might not get there. It's got
Pull.
It's got not a stipulation, but more like a type of match. Like R-Truth would have this.
Comedy. Oh, yeah, right. Because,
So we get mixed tag and a comedy match combined. So I'm already rolling my eyes. It's Iguana and Lola Vice taking on Izzy Dame and Vance. His first name is...
Do it.
His Nico. I got there.
Go.
I was going to say JD, which is the vice president of America. So Iguana did take a nasty powerbomb on the floor. Lola Vice is distracted as she's in the ring, like looking down at him. Dame hits her running knee for the win, or a running knee. She doesn't usually win with that. It's the Dame over, I think. Anyways, got 11 minutes. I didn't really like it. Lola Vice is pretty cool. Izzy Dame is fine. I have zero interest in either of the men in this match. The color, and this is one of those akin to Tony Storm, right? Where putting the culling in the orbit of Mr. Iguana, they have to be a serious faction with a guy and a puppet.
Anyone who goes up against him looks stupid. Like I thought Balor looks stupid.
It's really hard to come across as a serious person when you're like grappling with a guy who's holding a stuffed animal in his mouth. You know what I mean? It's tough. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Iguana is so dumb to me.
So here it comes. Jada Parker is in the locker room. She is super pissed about... Remember, she's like ripping name tags off.
I know. I was like, oh, she's activated.
Mad over her loss to Callie Armstrong earlier. So we hear a familiar voice, and I audibly groan. It is Natty. Like almost said Natalia. That's not right. It's Natty. So we're going to get the Natties here to mentor someone and toughen them up, even though Natty never wins anything and hasn't been relevant, I would say, in years, although she did do stuff with Maxine. I hate this for Jada Parker. I love Jada Parker. How many weeks until this alliance shatters and somebody's turning on somebody, right?
Hopefully soon.
It's the same pattern they do. Bring Natty in, have her mentor them leading, but it's usually somebody that can't really wrestle, right? Because the goal is
they can
rehearse a match with Natty 1,000 times and she can get her through a match. Jada Parker, well, I don't think she's incredible,
but like it's not like where you need to do this kind of thing.
I would think so. So I'm sorry for Jada Parker on this one because there's no way it's going to help her. I don't think. We get locker room bickering between.
Maybe it's a chafe.
I think it is. Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice. Kendall Gray comes to join in, and it looks like, I think, based on the interaction, we're going to get a Kalani-Kendall Gray match in the near future, which is fine.
I'm
okay with that. New NXT, this segment was kind of funny, too. NXT has a new backstage announcer named Emily Agard. So her first assignment is to go and talk to Keanu Carver.
How do you spell her last name?
Agard. So she approaches Keanu Carver outside somewhere, and he's basically like, I won't talk with the camera here. I've told you people this. I don't want to talk to people. So, but instead of having the camera operator just leave or whatever, he puts the camera down and it like frames it still perfectly from the ground. So it's like
Carver's just dumb.
However, they saved it a little bit because he's like, I know the camera's still on, so you might as well pick it up as he was finishing up. So I was like, thank God, he doesn't look like an idiot. But she basically is like begging him, you have to give me something. It's my first assignment. Like, I can't get nothing out of you, right? So I need something. So essentially, he tells us it's all about money. He's here to get paid. He has people back home he needs to take care of. He told Shawn Michaels to either give him a chance or he's done and he's out. And if this doesn't work out, he'll find something else. And he's always been the same. He doesn't care about popularity or following rules or listening to authority.
So cool.
So I'll wrap up and then I'll get my thoughts, I guess, because I was going to stop there. So a guard asked him how he knew the Chinese symbol on the box for Tony D was war. And he basically was like, I listened a little bit when I was in university. Like, so I guess he's kind of smart. So here's my thing. If this is going the right way, then I'm behind it. I kind of like Carver already. And so here's what I would do that they're not going to do for sure, right? He is obsessed with money, but he doesn't understand that the way he is, aka not caring about popularity. Well, guess what, bud? If you want to make money in wrestling, you better damn well care. Not following rules of the, like, you want to be successful in this corporate structure, guess what? And listening to authority. So what they need is like a heel manager that can barely keep the lid on him, you know what I mean?
If they still had
like
Stokely in NXT,
right?
Like someone like him.
Like obviously this is an extreme example, but like Estrada to Umaga kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not that he's like the savage or whatever, but like
yeah,
he can't control just not.
Or like a Heyman to Lesnar, because Heyman's like, he's the one doing Lesnar's business,
right?
So Lesnar can just kick people's asses.
So this guy has no F's to give, but somebody needs to tell him your end goal is money, bud. Like you need to rein it in, and you'll get money. But I don't think they'll do that because is there a manager in NXT right now? I don't think there is.
No, they have to pull it someone. Well, because like Stone would have been decent for that role too, because he kind of did that with Wagner,
and
right?
Spears is like a player coach kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the route I would go, but they're not gonna. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But he is a presence, man. He's got something. If he can keep improving, I think they got something with him. We do get the Shiloh social media thing. It was about a minute. So he's talking about his big win over Ricky Saints last week as he's like streaming himself, I guess. So we see a chain link fence that says no trespassing. So he's climbing over that. And he holds up a Jason style hockey mask again. He's still talking and going on, and he enters some building in this trespassing area that he's in. He talks about HBK wanting. Remember a couple weeks ago, HBK was like, last week, they want to throw a stick of dynamite in the locker room and see what happens. He says something like, that's crazy because they specifically warned me not to bring explosives in there again. So he's an explosives guy. And then he talks about how Tristan Angels has been chirping him. And I think he's like in the process of welding something because you can see like little bursts of. So I don't know what he's doing and where he's trespassing, but he knows where to go for everything and how to do everything.
It's just too much. His gimmick is the equivalent of all the debuts last week. It's just like
everything.
This.
So he said he couldn't find out much about Tristan Angels. The only thing he could find was that he won some beauty pageants and that he herds sheep. And he wants the NXT universe to help. He's like, unless you guys can help me find insults for sheep herders or whatever. I don't know. People in beauty pageants.
I guess.
I don't know. He's kind of engaging. And I'm now in on the bit of like his gimmick is everything. So every situation this guy's in, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So then
I don't know.
Main event is Tony D in a non-title match against Tavion Heights. Tony D still wins, even though it's non-title. 11 minutes. Solid. Actually, outcome's never in doubt, but it looked pretty good. Amateur wrestling, lots of suplexes, but Cam Hendricks shows up at ringside. Heights sends him out of the ring. Bourne shows up to take out Hendricks, and I guess sort of show he's still supporting Tavion Heights. Tony D picks up the win with the dead to rights, and that's it.
Which looked like a crappy choke slam.
Yeah. It's basically the standing ovation, right?
Yeah.
After the match, Tony goes to shake Tavion Hight's hand, but Will Cruz, FKA, attacks Tony, puts Tony on his back, splashes him.
It's like he has Tony on his back,
Yeah,
and then does like a cannonball, and
it looked cool.
Yeah,
speaks to the camera, says his name is Mason Rook, I think is what it was, and he's arrived in NXT. He needs to fix his look somehow.
People have been saying that,
and I'm not saying the body type. I don't give a rat's rump about that, as my nana would say. But just like the haircut,
I like them better
necklace,
with the mullet, actually.
Like something's got to be
earrings
changed a little bit on him. But anyways,
I agree. But he's cool.
I thought this was a below average again. They're just getting their footing, I guess, with kind of this new era with a whole bunch of people moving up and a whole bunch of people being fired. So they got to sort of like it's going to head its level at some point, I think. So still not my favorite stuff they're doing right now, but there are some things that could get interesting. So I'm hopeful. I got nothing
I
raw.
like Mr. London.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll tune in to see what he's up to. Jackson Drake will be interesting, right? That match should be good. So there's some things moving in a direction and other things not. Did I even talk about, I think I skipped it. Dark State won a tag team match over Hank and Tank. And Lennox and Sugars were doing their thing on the...
It's funny because that was the title feud last year.
Yeah. So, and they're trying to get back into the tag title scene.
Didn't the two sucky ones win it too?
Yes, I think so. And this was more of Lennox wants to use a chair. Sugar stops him. He's like, what are you doing? You're going to DQ our people. So that continues. And that's basically like Hank and Tank have sort of fallen. They're like, oh, by the way, Griffin and James are the actual tag team here. So, which I figured anyways.
Weird.
But yeah,
it was Lennox and Griffin.
Yeah,
or it was. Sugars.
But now I think they're like Lennox and Sugars could kind of be singles dudes.
Yeah,
these dudes cannot actually. Cutler James should just be released. The fact that he was
50% Cutler.
Really, 50% of his at best. Anything else you want to throw in here?
No, SmackDown's not happened yet, and I don't remember what happened on Raw.
And I did watch some MLP, but I was honestly like doing other things while I was watching it, so my opinions would not be very. They would be half baked. It was one they just put on the whole thing on YouTube, so I don't know.
It's probably the last show they did, which was like a month or two ago.
Yeah, it was Giselle Shaw and somebody, I want to say. Anyways, doesn't. Oh no, it was. Did she won a title somewhere just now?
In this number 2 promotion, NWA. She's the women's TV.
That's what it was. I saw a bit of that.
Yeah, she's in the number 2 promotion.
Exactly. She's the champion of the number 2.
She's the number 2 champion in the number 2 promotion.
Right. So that's it for me, I think. We're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us on 303. We'll be back next Saturday for 304.
Hopefully we get the worst of it.
And we'll get the worst of it at some point. You can look for that. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you then. And until then, take care.